A young boy runs away from home to chase his dream of becoming a famous soccer player. Will he overcome every obstacle and turn his dream into reality? Stay tuned to find out. The story begins with a boy named Bandian, who lives with his family in the slums of a village called Makono in Africa. Bandian explains that when he was born, a sorcerer named Sarah told his father that the child was chosen by God. His father did not believe Sarah and thought he was just a mad old man. However, Sarah strongly believed that Bandian would one day become a great soccer player. As the narration ends, the scene shifts to villagers, including Bandian's father and brother, praying together. Nearby, a radio plays live commentary of a football match. Bandian listens carefully to every word until his friends call him to help move sheep to the place where a village sacrifice is being prepared. He helps them quickly and rushes back just in time to hear the final goal announced, with Africa winning the match. The children run around joyfully, celebrating the victory. The next morning, Bandian wakes up early and gently wakes his brother Kanamari. He then checks on his sick mother and asks if she is feeling all right. She reassures him and tells him to get ready for school. After leaving the house with his brother, they go into the bushes to collect dead wood. Bandian plans to sell the wood so they can earn money to buy a new football. Once they finish collecting the wood, they push the cart to a nearby market. After selling it and paying the cart rent, they are left with 400 Guinean francs. With the money in hand, they rush to school, but arrive after the teacher has already started the lesson. When school ends, Bandian and his friends decide to visit Sarah, the village witch doctor, to get a talisman for him. Before going there, they steal a chicken from the blacksmith's house to use as payment for the talisman. At Sarah's place, they sit inside while he massages Bandian and chants mysterious words. During the ritual, a boy known as Radio Kankan gives playful commentary until Sarah orders everyone to be silent. After completing his prayers, Sarah hands Bandian a talisman and calls it his lucky charm. He tells him to keep it with him at all times, promising it will help him score goals in every match. Bandian leaves with his friends as Sarah turns his attention to other children who have also brought chickens as offerings. Later, Bandian returns home after playing street soccer with his friends, using a ball made from cloth. While walking back home, Bandian explains that many African men have multiple wives, but his father has only 2 because he is poor. His real mother, who has passed away, was his father's first wife. His father's second wife is Connie, who is Kanamari's mother and a very harsh woman. When Bandian and Kanamari reach home, Connie approaches them and demands the money. Kanamari secretly hands the money to Bandian and tells his mother that he does not have any money with him. Bandian quietly counts the money they earned and feeds his mother her dinner. The next morning, Bandian goes to meet the village doctor, Mrs. Aspirin, who is a kind and caring woman. She notices him standing near a pillar and asks why he has come. She tells him to follow her, but he does not move. She steps closer and asks about his mother. Bandian explains that his mother is still coughing and wants to visit the doctor, but his father only trusts Sarah to treat her. Mrs. Aspirin reassures him that they will find a way to help his mother. Bandian tells her that he has saved money to buy a soccer ball and is willing to use it for his mother's treatment. The doctor gently tells him that the treatment is free. She gives him some medicine and asks him to tell his father that she cannot treat his mother without seeing her. Before leaving, Bandian gives her the money and asks her to keep it safe, as his stepmother wants to take it from him. Mrs. Aspirin accepts the money and promises to protect it until he needs it. Meanwhile, Sarah meets Bandian's father, Musa, who is worried because his crops are failing due to a lack of rain. Sarah assures him that all his problems will end once his son becomes a soccer star. Musa says he should not believe children's dreams, but Sarah insists that times are changing and soccer money can transform their lives. At that moment, a football flies toward them, followed by Bandian and other children running after it. As Musa continues discussing football with Sarah, Connie calls Bandian and his brother to help her pick tomatoes. The scene shifts to Bandian walking across a field when his friends call him to join them in a tree. He climbs up and finds them looking at a football magazine. They admire the footballs and ask Bandian if he wants an Adidas ball. Bandian says they should buy a Pele one and asks about the price. His friends tell him it costs 6.99 francs, which is double that amount in Guinean currency. They count their money using a new calculation and decide to buy a football. They visit the local market but cannot find a leather ball, as the sellers only have plastic ones. They then meet a bicycle mechanic who tells them that a real football can be ordered from Kankan. However, he explains that it will cost 80,000 Guinean francs to get one. The children are heartbroken when they hear the price. Feeling defeated, Bandian walks back, believing he will never be able to buy a football. The next day, while returning home from school, Dr. Aspirin stops her car near him. When Bandian approaches her, she gives him an old football and explains that it is used but still good enough to play with. Overjoyed, Bandian thanks her and runs home with the ball. With the help of his brother and friends, he paints the football golden. Soon, all the children rush outside and begin playing happily with Bandian's new ball. Meanwhile, Sarah is sitting with the blacksmith, who complains that his chickens keep disappearing. As they talk, the nearby children finish their match along with the commentary. Radio Canton comes over to ask for their opinion. Sarah angrily tells him to leave, scolding him for disrespecting his elders. The blacksmith also joins in, but before he can finish speaking, the football flies toward him and hits his face. The ball rolls across the ground and strikes a nearby candle, causing the blacksmith's hut to catch fire. Connie, who is passing by, rushes over and accuses Bandian of hitting the blacksmith on purpose. She claims that he wanted to kill him and warns Bandian that his father will punish him for stealing the football. Kinda Mighty interrupts and explains that Bandian received the ball as a gift from Dr. Aspirin. Connie silences her son, grabs Bandian, drags him inside the house, takes the football, and locks it away. She threatens to tell Musa about the incident and says he will cut the football into pieces. Bandian refuses to listen. He kicks the door open, grabs his football, and runs away, ignoring his stepmother's angry shouts. As Connie continues to insult him, Bandian's mother comes outside and tells her to leave her son alone. An argument breaks out between the two women. At that moment, Musa arrives with several villagers and throws Connie out of the house for her disrespectful behavior. They begin searching for Bandian. Seeing this, Kanamari secretly runs to where Bandian is hiding. He warns Bandian that everyone is looking for him and tells him not to return if he wants to stay safe. Bandian spends the entire day hiding in a tree. At night, he goes to the hospital, believing that his father might kill him if he goes back home. Deciding there is no other choice, he plans to run away. At the hospital, he meets Dr. Aspirin and asks for the money he left with her, saying he wants to buy a gift for his father. She brings him the money, and before leaving, Bandian asks her to take care of his mother. Bandian then hitchhikes on a tractor that takes him out of town. During the journey, the driver asks him to help with small errands. After some time, the tractor breaks down, and the driver goes to town to bring spare parts. Bandian stays behind to watch the vehicle. As hours pass, day turns into night, and the driver never returns. Frightened by animal sounds in the night, Bandian hides inside the tractor and eventually falls asleep. The next morning, he is awakened by the horn of a passing local truck. He quickly climbs down, stops the truck, and asks for a ride, which the driver agrees to. After traveling for some time, the truck stops in a busy town. The driver tells Bandian to get down, explaining that this place, called Kisado, is their final stop. Holding his football, Bandian walks through the market. Suddenly, a man dressed like a referee runs toward him and asks for his ball, saying they are in the middle of a match and their ball is damaged. Bandian refuses at first. When the man insists, Bandian agrees only if they allow him to play. After a brief hesitation, the referee takes Bandian to the field. He immediately shows a red card to a player and lets Bandian join the game. Bandian plays brilliantly and scores goal after goal, unaware that someone nearby is recording him. His game ends abruptly when the tractor driver from the previous night arrives, searching for Bandian after finding his vehicle abandoned. Bandian panics and starts running. By luck, he spots Dr. Aspirin's car parked nearby. He jumps inside and urgently asks her to drive away. Dr. Aspirin is surprised to see him and asks where he has been, explaining that people in Makano have been searching for him for 2 days. Bandian avoids answering and urges her to drive as he notices people approaching. As they leave, he finally explains why he ran away from the village. Dr. Aspirin reassures him that his father will not harm him and says his anger has now cooled. She tells Bandian that she will take him back home. Bandian refuses and asks her instead to take him to a nearby town called Conakry, saying he has family there. Though hesitant, Dr. Aspirin agrees and continues driving. Bandian soon falls asleep in the back seat. After some time, Dr. Aspirin wakes him, telling him they have reached their destination. As he gets out of the car, Bandian says he wants to find his sister, Fanta. Dr. Aspirin lets him go after he promises to meet her again on Sunday, when she will take him back. Bandian asks a local man for help and goes to a nearby building, where he finds Fanta. She is shocked to see him, and asks why he has come, fearing something terrible has happened. After hearing his story, Fanta tells him that he must return home because their father must be worried. Bandian explains that he will go back with Dr. Aspirin as promised, and only wants to stay for a few days. Fanta refuses, saying it is not her house and that she is also staying with a friend. Just then, a girl approaches and suggests that Bandian can stay at Bangura's apprentice's place. The scene then shifts to Bandian riding in a car with an old man named Bangura. Bangura looks at him and asks if he would like to work. When Bandian agrees to work, the man asks him for money for fuel, promising that it will be returned with his first payment. Bandian hesitates but hands over the money. He asks what kind of work he will be doing, but the man only says that he will find out in the morning. After some time, they arrive at a house. The man calls a boy named Fode and tells him to look after Bandian the next day. Early the next morning, Fode wakes Bandian and tells him to hurry before all the horns are gone. Bandian is confused at first. After passing a slaughterhouse and reaching the beach, he realizes that Fode is talking about cow horns. Bandian learns that Bangura makes lamps and other items from these horns and sells them to tourists for high prices. He also discovers that many other boys are working for Bangura during the following days. Fode and the other boys begin to bully Bandian. They mock him, shove him around, and treat him badly. One day, while Bandian is playing with his football, they force him to drink vodka and throw his ball into a nearby house. Bandian tries to get his football back, but the house owner refuses to return it. As Bandian attempts to climb the wall, his hand is cut by a piece of broken glass. Throughout this painful incident, the only person who supports him is a dwarf man named Bubba, who also works for Bangura. Heartbroken, Bandian goes to the hotel where he last saw Dr. Aspirin, hoping to find her. However, the receptionist tells him that everyone there is called Aspirin. Disappointed, Bandian Bandian walks outside. Bubba suggests that they go back, but Bandian refuses, saying he does not want to see Fode again. Bandian insists on staying, but Bubba warns him that it is dangerous. Bubba then takes Bandian to a place called New Site for Chairman's Affairs, which serves as a shelter for lost children. The next morning, they notice a wealthy woman struggling as many children surround her, offering to carry her bags. Bubba steps in, pushes the children away, and offers his help. He takes the bags, gives some to Bandian, and as soon as the woman turns her back, they run off with her belongings. After running for some time, they reach an area where a security guard is blocking children from entering the other side, where a football match is being played in a stadium. They bribe the guard with the stolen bags, and he allows them to pass through the wall. Many people are climbing a tall tower to watch the match. Bandian and Bubba climb it as well. Bandian is thrilled to watch the game and excitedly tells Bubba about the players he recognizes. During the match, a player kicks the ball high into the air. The ball lands on the stadium roof right in front of them. Without thinking, Bandian jumps off the tower. He lands safely on the roof and starts playing with the ball, ignoring the shouts from the crowd below asking him to return it. Bandian continues juggling the ball, unaware that the security guards are approaching. The guards take Bandian and several other children, including Bubba, who were watching the match from the tower, into custody. In the cell, Bandian keeps making noise, demanding to be released, but no one listens. Some older prisoners tell him to be quiet, so he sits down next to Bubba. Bubba reassures him not to worry, saying they will be released in the morning. The next morning, Dr. Aspirin is seen at the hotel asking the staff to tell Bandian to wait if he arrives, as she has some errands to run. Meanwhile, at the station, Bandian is bailed out by a man named Butcher, who pretends to be his boss. Bandian does not know the man, but he claims that Bubba is his brother, and insists that both of them be released. They are both freed and step out of the station. Bandian mentions that he has to meet someone at night, but Butcher tells him it is already past 9 and he missed his chance. They get into Butcher's new Mercedes and drive to his workplace, a fishmonger video store. Butcher takes them to an office and shows a video of Bandian playing football with older boys. He scolds Bandian, saying, "You betrayed me," and asks how he learned to play like that. Bubba quickly replies that Bandian is from a village called Makano and learned to play by himself. Butcher points out that only Bandian is from Makano and questions their claim of being brothers. Bandian tries to make excuses, but Butcher assures them he knows they are lying and that they don't need to worry about it. He then shows a video of a professional football match, but the lights go out in the middle as Butcher leaves to scold his workers. Following Bubba's suggestion, Bandian takes a nap on a bench. Meanwhile, Dr. Aspirin is searching for Bandian and visits Fanta's place. After realizing neither of them knows his whereabouts, they head to the fish store to look for him. Butcher continues yelling at his workers for being lazy. He orders Bubba to wake Bandian and help with the work in the store. While working, Fode arrives and tells Bandian that his sister and Dr. Aspirin are looking for him. The thought of seeing Dr. Aspirin again excites him. Later, they take a truck from the store to retrieve Bandian's football by scaring the old man who had it. They return to the store where Dr. Aspirin and Fanta are waiting. Bandian tells Dr. Aspirin that he does not want to go back because he wants to stay and train to become a soccer player. Aspirin reminds him of his promise and says she must take him back. Seeing this, Bubba steps in to support his friend. He tells Bandian that Conakry has a great football team, and he will never get an opportunity like this in his village. Butcher, who had been nearby and overheard their conversation, steps forward and praises Bandian, saying he is a courageous and determined child. Butcher says he can introduce Bandian to his friend Kareem, who is a soccer coach. Hearing this, Bandian excitedly runs to Bubba, who is standing nearby, and tells him that he knows Kareem. After Bandian leaves, Dr. Aspirin tells Butcher that she will take Bandian back and that he is not going to soccer school. Fanta interrupts, saying that this is a golden opportunity that one rarely gets in Africa, so she cannot let her brother return home. Aspirin walks away, admitting that she did not know giving Bandian a football would lead to this. Bandian, talking to Bubba nearby, follows Aspirin and tries to return the football, but she refuses, saying she does not take gifts back. He reminds her of her promise to take care of his mother, and she reassures him that she will. A few days later, Bandian meets Kareem to give a trial. At first, he struggles because of his shoes. He decides to take them off and successfully scores a goal during penalty kicks. Due to his excellent performance, Bandian is selected and joins the soccer school. At school, he practices at every opportunity. However, he becomes the target of bullying by the star player, Touré, and his teammates. They refuse to let him eat with them and do not pass him the ball during practice or games. After noticing this behavior, Kareem intervenes. He tells the team that he will not tolerate such behavior, and if they want to stay at the school, they must accept Bandian as their new teammate. One day, Bandian is cleaning his shoes when Bubba comes to see him. He asks Bandian how he is doing, and Bandian explains the behavior of his teammates. Bubba assures him that everything will be fine and that his teammates are just jealous of him. 6 months pass since Bandian joined the team, and everyone except Touré now treats him well. During a running session, Touré meets Kareem and suggests he contact some European academies to sell his talented players. Kareem refuses, saying he is training his students to play for Africa. Kareem teaches his students different football techniques and asks them a question. Bandian answers correctly. quickly, earning praise from Karim. As Karim turns back to the board, Toure whispers to Bandian not to get his hopes up, saying he will never wear the number 10 jersey. After class, Toure challenges Bandian to a duel to see who can juggle the ball the longest. Bandian accepts, and after a long match, he wins and cheers happily. Just as he is celebrating, Karim arrives and scolds him. Karim then tells Bandian that he will remain on the bench for a year and will not play in the upcoming match against the Coasters. After this incident, Bandian meets Bubba and tells him that he wants to return to his village. Bubba advises Bandian not to give up. He reminds him to think about the people who trust him to succeed and says he should not miss such an opportunity. On the day of their match against the Coasters, Bitcher pays someone from the opposite team to get Trey out of the match as soon as possible by tackling him. Meanwhile, back in his village, everyone listens to the match on the radio, excited to hear Bandian's name. As the match begins, the opposing team attacks fiercely. After several attempts, they injure Toure, forcing him to sit out, just as planned. With Toure out, Bandian gets the chance to play and delivers an outstanding performance. His skill leads his team to victory. A year later, an envelope arrives at Butcher's store. Bubba, who still works for him, hands the document over to Butcher. After reading it, Butcher immediately leaves to visit Karim. It turns out that the Saint-Again Sports Association of France wants to train Bandian for 5 years, covering all expenses. This is a perfect opportunity for Bandian to play against the best soccer players in Europe. Karim is initially shocked but tells Butcher to focus on his fish business instead of football. Karim acknowledges that Bandian is very young, but is determined to send him to Europe, believing it will secure his future. He tries to warn Butcher that Bandian's village might curse them if he sends him without his father's permission. But Butcher has already decided and goes to Bandian's village to convince his father. With the help of Fanta and Dr. Aspirin, Butcher persuades Musa to allow Bandian to go to Europe. Musa says he wishes Bandian could stay in the village, but if not, it does not matter whether he is in France or Africa. After receiving his father's permission and blessings, Bandian travels to France alone. He easily passes airport checks by pretending to be 16. Upon arriving in France, he takes a taxi to the stadium. This concludes the recap. What lengths are you willing to go to fulfill your dreams? Do you agree with Bandian's decision to go to another continent to chase his dream? Share your opinion in the comments and make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss more exciting movie recaps.